Hello, my lovelies. Today's story: The Whispering Tree and the Lost Laugh. What if one morning every laugh in your town suddenly disappeared? No giggles, no chuckles, no funny sounds at all. And what if the only one who knew why was a talking tree? Let's find out in the story. Once upon a time, in the colorful village of Sunnybrook, there lived a curious little girl named Maya. Maya was 8 years old and loved adventures more than anything else. Every day after breakfast, she explored the magical woods behind her house. One bright morning, as birds sang in the trees and butterflies danced through the air, Maya heard something strange. "Help! Help!" Maya stopped walking. She looked left, she looked right, but there was nobody there. "Who is talking?" said Maya. Suddenly a deep voice answered, "It's me." Maya grasped. Standing before her was a giant oak tree, and it was talking. "A talking tree?" The tree laughed. "Indeed, and I need your help." The old tree looked worried. Its leaves dropped sadly. "Something terrible has happened." "What is it?" said Maya. "The laughter of Sunnybrook has been stolen." "Stolen?" Maya said. The village was strangely quiet. No children giggling, no babies chuckling, not even the village clown could make anyone smile. Who would steal laughter? The tree lowered its branches. "The shadow collector." Lightning flashed far away. "He lives beyond Rainbow Hill." Maya took a deep breath. "Then I will bring the laughter back," said Maya. Maya set off on her adventure, and as she walked through the forest, she heard rustling in the bushes. Out hopped a rabbit, but this was no ordinary rabbit. He wore tiny glasses and carried a tiny notebook. "Good afternoon," said the rabbit. "Oh, who are you?" said Maya. "I am Professor Hobbs, the smartest rabbit in the woods." He adjusted his glasses proudly. "And I shall help you on your quest," said Professor Hobbs. "Really?" said Maya. "Absolutely." Together they continued their journey. Soon they reached Bubble Creek. This wasn't an ordinary creek. Huge shimmering bubbles floated above the water, some were as big as houses, others sparkled with rainbow colors. "Wow! We must be careful," said Professor Hobbs. Suddenly a giant bubble floated beneath them. Poop! Maya and Professor Hobbs bounced into the air. They laughed as they floated across the creek on giant bubbles. Finally, they reached the other side. After climbing Rainbow Hill, they discovered a dark cave. Inside, something glowed. Mia stepped closer, her eyes widened. Thousands of shining jars filled the cave, and each jar contained a laugh. Tiny laughs, big laughs, baby laughs, grandpa laughs, silly laughs, snooting laugh. Every laugh from Sunnybrook was trapped inside. "We found them," said Maya. Suddenly the grave grew dark. A giant shadow appeared.
"I am the shadow collector, and I am so very..."
Maya held her breath. Professor Hobbs hid behind her shoes. But as the shadow stepped forward, Maya noticed something. He didn't look angry. He looked sad, very sad. "Why did you steal everyone's laughter?" said Maya. "Because nobody laughed with me," said Shadow Collector. The grave became quiet. "I watched everyone having fun, but nobody noticed me. I felt invisible." Maya's heart softened. Maya thought for a moment, then she smiled. "I think you need something more important than laughter." "What?" said Shadow Collector. "A friend." The Shadow Collector blinked. Nobody had ever said that before. Then Maya told the funniest joke she knew. The shadow collector tried not to smile, but his lips started twitching. Meanwhile, Professor Hubbs decided to help. He dramatically stepped onto a banana peel. Slip, whoosh, spin, boom. The rabbit tumbled across the grave. His glasses landed upside down. For 1 second, everything was silent. Then Shadow Collector laughed. Ha 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 ha. The Shadow Collector's laughter grew louder and louder. The glowing jars began to shake and opening, wobbling, whooshing. Thousands of laughters burst from the jars. The cave filled with sparkling laughter. The laugh flew across the sky. Back to Sunnybrook, children giggled, babies chuckled, parents laughed, dogs barked happily. Even the village clown laughed so hard he fell off his bicycle. Joy returned to every corner of the village. The end. For the first time in years, maybe I didn't need to still laugh. Maybe I just needed a friend. Maya smiled. Professor Hubbs adjusted his glasses, and from that day on, the Shadow Collector became the Sunnybrook's favorite storyteller. And if you listened carefully on a quiet night, you might still hear laughter dancing through the trees. Did you enjoy Maya's adventure? What would you do if you found a talking tree? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more magical stories. Thank you for sticking with Mrs. D. Bye, my beautiful ones.